Hey everyone, I always wanted to make a video on Docker installation on Windows Home Edition. Although I ran into few hiccups to get it working properly, which I will be covering in this video. This video will be consisting of 5 sections, namely, installing the exe file, configure Windows features, test Docker functionality through the infamous Hello World Docker image, WSL global config options, and finally adding required VS Code extensions. As always, I'll be sharing all links in the description. Let's get started with the installation. I'm using Windows 10 22H2 Home Edition. Make sure Windows Update Service isn't disabled. By default, Docker will use WSL2 version and it should enable the features Virtual Machine Platform and Windows Subsystem for Linux. This should take 5 to 6 minutes at max and will prompt restart to complete Docker installation. In case if you have issues with Docker not starting up. In case you see firewall asking to allow outgoing Docker services, please allow it. You can follow the next section where I will be using command prompt to install the components and files manually. In the configure section, which I assume was due to Docker force exiting upon starting up, I will manually install WSL update with Inbox kernel and Virtual Machine Platform and Windows Subsystem for Linux components. BTW, one main reason I've overlooked is to restart the machine after enabling these features. I'm hoping these tweaks will work and finally we have Docker up and running. On to the next section, we try the infamous Hello World Docker image and see it can be downloaded and run in a container. From the output, we can conclude it is working. You can skip this if you don't want to assign any WSL resource limits such as RAM, CPU, etc. For this, I will be using global settings that applies through multiple container instances. We'll create a .oslo config file in the user profile which can be accessed by run command within %symbols and type user profile without any spaces. I'll test with 1 GB RAM and 1 CPU. To apply the settings, we'll need to shut down the WSL using shutdown command in an elevated prompt. You can open Docker to resume Docker containers and you can see it's operating within the specified limits while checking the task manager. Now we'll apply new resource limits for which we'll shut down WSL and restart Docker. If you're running in low RAM machine and you want to reclaim RAM ASAP, you can run the WSL shutdown command as batch script and run it in elevated prompt. We're almost at the final stages and in this section, I'll installing Docker and Dev Environment VS Code extension which will allow us to manage and debug containerized application. I'll make a follow-up video to convert Django applications which was covered in the past to Dockerized applications. With this we've reached the end of the video. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section, and if you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you once again to all my subscribers and the community for your continued support.